guys, and welcome to Bomb Anime. It's your girl,
Ruka.
And Big Boy Summer here, bringing you the finale of Paranoia Agent. You know what it is. Let's get right into it.
I don't know what I'm getting into this time, because I was thinking the whole time that the things that were going down were somehow only inside people's heads. But the way that they had the end scene where the whole place was destroyed for real, and they actually took 2 years building it back up, basically proves that it was real in some shape or form. Like, something real big blew through the whole place so badly that it resembled the war.
Yeah, I kind of thought this episode was quite predictable, but I only got taught how to think the way the episode wanted me to think by watching all the other episodes. It got to the end in the only way that Paranoia Agent could do it and make sense.
It did make sense to me.
It did.
It didn't.
Okay.
Because I didn't get no explanations. You were actually saying something about manifest. Okay,
so basically, what I got from this episode is the conclusion that Sakiko is a witch, some powerful entity that can manifest her paranoia, the two sides of the things afflicting her. And Moromi is the love and adulation side of the whole of the people in Tokyo, and Shonen Bat is the fear and the doubt side of the whole of the people in Tokyo. And these two dualities, which came about when she was a kid and made up that lie, created two entities in the physical world that physically shaped the world. And unfortunately, these detectives and all the guys who we thought at the end of the day were telling lies about being attacked, who actually did get attacked, I'm guessing, happened. And since all of it happened, Sakiko's just a badass overpowered witch in an isekai of some sort.
Okay, so first of all, it wasn't an isekai, so you can't even use that as an excuse. But even if that was the case, because I tried to believe in that as well, but then we've got ghosts.
Ghosts are real.
Like, come on, what?
You're trying to make this fit the real world. You're forgetting that this is a piece of fiction. Clearly, a troll, the people who made this are sick in the head. And it was a great journey, but you're trying to make it fit logic. This has no logic. This ain't about that life. This ain't real.
I don't need logic from an anime. I just need it to hold water in its own position.
But why?
Because I didn't get an explanation of anything. The old man is now passed. Then we had a different guy doing the same thing that the old man was doing at the end. For what?
Because it all came back full circle. The episode ended the way that the whole season started. People
with a new
not
cast.
taking no responsibility for their actions and blaming something. The only issue is in the beginning, everyone was to blame and everyone was taking on responsibility. In the end, they're all blaming Sakiko and Moromi and Shonen Bat. Everyone. I get your need for stuff to make sense and for it to hold water in its own universe, but that's not what this is. This is an anthology of ideas using paranoia as the conduit.
It wasn't even just that. It was the fact that all those people got away with so much stuff as well. And we never went back to it. Like, I was thinking the whole time that I was watching it, okay, these people are going to have
their reckoning.
Yes, I've been saying it. Like, especially that guy who was looking at his daughter. That really disturbed me. And, well, as far as we know, she still has no memory and she's with the dude and her mom is now where?
Okay, you're absolutely correct. No one took responsibility. There was no accountability. There was no responsibility, which is the only theme that has held true throughout all the episodes. Look at even Manila. He got sparked out as the end, fam, because he's the only one trying to go against the system, trying to find the truth, trying to be like, you, Sakiko, it's your fault. You're the one. And then he got sparked out in his job because he went against the status quo.
What I actually did really like about this episode was when Ikari was smashing up the 2D world, and we actually saw that the actual world was made up of all the merchandise that had gone missing. I thought that was really cool.
It was a good metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. I really liked it.
But I don't know. I feel like I get what you're saying, and I did see all of those things.
Yeah, of course you did. You're not an idiot.
But I think the problem for me was that I was hoping to see quite a few things and also expecting to see quite a few things that never actually happened. I thought I was going to find out what was going to happen to all the other people that got taken over by the Black Fog, because let's be honest, Sakiko's story about her dog getting run over was really boring and nonsense.
We all knew that was the case anyways when Manila went to the dad. So we all kind of figured that out anyway. But we knew that the dog disappeared.
I thought she might have killed it, to be honest.
Yeah, I personally thought, I knew the dog died. I didn't know how. That was the only thing I didn't know in that story. But everything else we all already knew.
Yeah, but I was hoping to see like what happened to the people that went into the fog. I also wanted to know what that doll maker's place in this story really was, because if his story wasn't at all significant, they could have just left it at the doll bit, because the dolls were the ones that were leading Manua somewhere. He was just sitting there, so we didn't need another scene of him afterwards making a doll of himself. We didn't need to see Moromi disappearing off his t-shirt. We didn't need to see any of that kind of stuff. They could have just left it where it was at.
Okay, my rebuttal to that. Remember last episode when I said, are these guys trolling us?
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Yeah, you were right. We got trolled.
We got trolled the whole season.
Yeah.
And look, how many avenues have they put us down that had absolutely no meaning or no reckoning at the end of the thing? Shonen Bat occurred only after the death of the actual real Shonen Bat. That's when he became a manifested spirit, yokai, whatever. Yeah? You're telling me it was 10 years when Sakiko created Shonen Bat, and only now he manifests? Where's the story there? Where's that information?
That's what I was thinking about as well. But I mean, I think that the reason why he didn't manifest again is because she wasn't under pressure again. The whole Shonen Bat thing came about when she was trying to make another character, and everyone was putting pressure on her to basically carry the whole company and telling her like, hurry up and make the next big thing. And at that point, that was when she probably fainted from stress and anxiety. And after she made up that lie, and then you had also coupled with this society where no one wanted to take responsibility for anything that they were doing, everyone was all too happy to jump on the Shonen Bat bandwagon and just say like, oh, there's this, he is like a spirit, but he's like one of the great spirits that we look at, such as the devil, like on par with that, someone that's in control of others in that way.
He has a sphere of influence that is quite wide. Yeah, and
it can either be a very good energy or a very bad energy. And obviously Shonen Bat was on the side of like devil-like energy.
Not really. It was more like devil and whatever. It's because we as Western religions are very limited in our spiritual sort of explanations of God. Like if I was looking at Shonen Bat as a god in any mythology, it's more like a Shiva type character. Yes, the part of destruction of the universe, but a necessary evil for bringing relief, new beginnings, that kind of stuff. That's what they tried to paint him as until they just went for, you know.
Well, that wasn't even really my point.
Sorry.
My point was really that Shonen Bat was actually just a boy. He didn't really do that many things. That was actually wrong. And he also wanted to leave this world. He was planning it and we saw it. And they made a boy who clearly just needed some help. He needed someone to reach out. I don't know what his story was, but they turned him into this horrible, irredeemable, disgusting energy that runs around destroying all things. And it was really sad that he ended up being remembered that way.
Yeah, I hear that, because again, that's another bit, like you just said, that just wasn't explored.
And the other people that knew him couldn't even say anything because they were gone from this world as well.
Yeah.
So he really had no one on his side. When he left this world, he left alone and scared. That was really sad.
I'm not gonna lie, this anime as a whole has done something that all good pieces of art does. It invokes emotion and sends you through a journey. And did I like the journey? Yeah, I loved the journey. The journey was great. Do I like where I ended up? Not so much. But the journey was good. And it's not an anime I'd watch again, but it's an anime I'm happy I watched.
This isn't a repeat anime, but there's not many animes that I would watch a second time anyway. But I'm not like that with media as it is. I don't rewatch films. I don't rewatch TV shows. It has to really do something special for me to watch it again. But what did you think about this actually, overall, the anime?
I looked at it as a series of stories that were connected loosely and hard in places. Like, it was really nice. It's like when your mate creates something and they say, oh, can you look at it? And then you look at it and go, oh, this is surprisingly good. I didn't expect this from you. Even though it's an insult, it's actually a compliment as well. Like, but it's true. That's how I felt. It was surprisingly better than I thought it'd be. Okay. I'm happy that the journey's come to an end, to be fair.
I actually thought that this anime was really, really excellent. The reason why I think you don't feel satisfied is because media, no matter what, is a way to escape. When you're watching a show, if you're watching TV, if you're watching films, it's a way to escape. Mm-hmm. Even if you don't have like a really horrible life or anything like that, it's still a way to escape. You watch comedies to take you into that world of laughter and fun and basically alter your state. And when we watch anime, it's the same thing. Like, a lot of the time, even if they have really tough journeys, there's a really great end to it and feel good. Whereas this didn't do that. This was really an example of art imitating life. It wasn't clean. You couldn't put a bow around it and tie it up really nice. There wasn't always a conclusion for every little thing. Bad people got off scot-free with nothing that came to them, but also that's what made this really amazing to me as well. I thought that this was a really, really, really good piece of art. I would still recommend everyone to go ahead and watch the whole season.
Yep.
It is really good, but you should pace yourself. You might want to, like, some of these episodes are quite tough, so...
Don't binge this one, guys. Don't do it.
But overall, I thought that this was really, really good, and I like that it wasn't clean, even though it bothered me at the same time that it wasn't clean.
To be honest, all in all, this was a good watch. Definitely watch this anime.
Not something I'm used to watching in an anime format, but I'm really glad that I watched it. Anyone who's watched it, let us know in the comments what you think. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Peace.